I'm Leah. I work with breastfeeding. I hear you're ready to start pumping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, this is the pump kit, and this is the pump. We use Medela pumps here at the hospital, and I was going to show you how to use it. Have you ever had a baby before? Is this your first baby?
This is my first baby.
Okay, so you've never seen a pump before?
No.
And you were planning on breastfeeding?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I wasn't planning on pumping, but yeah.
Okay, well, sometimes the situation arises and you need to. So I'm glad that you're on board with doing that. It really is best for the baby. Okay, so these are all the parts that go with the pump. And I'm going to put them in this little bag. It's included in the package so that it'll be easy for you to transport. So when you first get started with the pumping, you may not get anything. And that you don't need to be discouraged if you don't, because it's normal for it to take several days for your milk to come in. And at first you'll get colostrum, and then you may pump the first time and get 10 milliliters of colostrum, and then the next time you might not get anything. So if that happens, don't think, oh my gosh, something's wrong, my breasts aren't working. It just takes a while for it to get going. So it has some extra parts. I'm going to stick those in this bag, because you won't need those right now. Alright, so this is the pump, and it's on wheels, and you'll get a pump to use later on when you go home, either buying it, renting it, or we could get you one from WIC. But what you have, this Medela pump right here, it stays at the hospital. But when you do come back to the hospital to see the baby, if your baby's in the NICU, you'll be able to use the pump in the NICU also. So that's another reason you need to keep all these parts.
Will this fit on my home pump?
If you have a Medela pump, it can fit if it has the same adapters. I can show you otherwise once you show me your pump what you might could do to make it fit if it's not exactly the same adapters. Alright, so these are the tubes that plug in. And they plug into the side. There's nothing but a vacuum that goes through the tubes. Nothing goes inside of here, and this is the vacuum that helps get the milk out. And then these are the parts that you'll put up next to your body. So these come in several different sizes. If we decide that the size is too small, then we can get you a bigger one, because we don't want it to hurt when you're pumping, but sometimes if they're too small, your nipple could rub on this pumping part. I mean, it pulls your nipple down inside the inside, which you may think, oh my gosh, what is that?
Yeah.
But it's all the way it works, and a bigger size can be provided if it's uncomfortable for you. Okay. But there are 4 different parts and 4 different sizes. 4 different parts for the pumping mechanism. And this little yellow part comes off too. All the parts need to be washed with soap and water after you use it. But this is how you put it on.
Okay.
Okay? So the vacuum plugs into the back of the pump in this little hole. And that way you can do both sides at one time.
Okay.
And then you'll need to put them up next to your body with a good seal all the way around the breast, and the nipple is to be centered and to the middle. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
If it's off center, it's going to end up rubbing on one side, and that's not going to feel comfortable for you. Okay? So you'll put one on each side, and you'll hold them up next to your skin. That's exactly right. As far as for turning it on, this is a button that's the on off. It's just like a button that's on a computer. So that's how you turn it on or off. And then on the screen right here, you can see these little drops.
Is it doing anything right now?
It's pumping right now. If you wanted to, you could put your hand up next to it, and you can see how it pulls. You see how it's pulling the glove? Okay, that's the suction. And so what I suggest you doing is turn it up all the way. You see the droplets are all the way to the end, and you're probably going to say, ouch, that's really strong. That's the suction at its highest. So what you do then is you start backing it up to where it's comfortable.
Okay.
You don't want to have it hurting you, and you're not going to want to do it if it hurts. So you back it up to where it's comfortable. But if you started at the beginning just on the first drop, you might be wasting your time because you're not using enough of the suction. So turn it all the way up, and then we'll back it up to it's comfortable.
Okay.
Okay, so when a baby starts nursing at the beginning, they go real fast, and that's to encourage a letdown, which means to get your milk start flowing. So they're going fast, 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 fast. That's what you can hear right now coming through the pump. So in a minute or so, it's going to change to a more rhythmic suck. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
And so that does it a little bit slower. But the suction can be a little bit stronger then, so if you need to move it down one more then, that's fine too. Because
So you did that manually.
Mhm.
So how long do I need to let it go fast before I change?
This will do it automatically.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to touch that. That was just for an example.
Oh, okay.
Now it's going back to the fast one.
Okay.
Okay? So it'll go through a cycle where it goes on its own and then it'll go to the more rhythmic. But yeah, after you've had more experience and your milk is in, if you need to encourage another letdown, which is not something you have to worry about right now, you could push that button and get it starting to go fast again. But that's not for you to worry about today. All right?
So when I'm through, you just turn it off?
You turn it off right there. And then you'll need a paper towel and just the hand soap and water, and you'll need to rinse everything off after you use it every time and let it dry on the paper towel
Just these.
in the room. You don't have to do any washing for the tubes
Okay.
because there's nothing inside there but air.
All right.
Alrighty. So there's that. And I'm going to get you some labels that have baby's name on it. And then you need to write the date and time every time you pump.
How often do I need to
You
pump?
need to pump every 3 hours around the clock, and you need to do it for about 15 minutes. So you're going to have to wake up at night to do it too. So at night, every 3 hours. I think it's always good to start maybe 12, 3, 6, and 9, 12, 3, 6, and 9, just on the odd. You can also look on your phone if you've got a smartphone, and you can find an app that'll give you an alarm, or you could just set your alarms on your phone to let you know it's
Okay.
time to get up and pump. Is there anything you have questions about?
I don't think so. That's
Okay.
good.
Now we need to work on getting you a pump to take home if that's what you need.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.